so many people are excited about open world and want to know what the current status is. So what's the latest progress? And do you want to touch on the milestones that you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, so the team is working extremely hard because there's obviously there's all the infrastructure that we're working on, and then there's these continuous releases. So we mentioned, there's 7 things before the open world that are happening between now and the end of the year. So the team's sort of regularly doing updates and rolling out all these things, and then we're also working on the open world, which nobody has really seen yet. Internally, we have 3 milestones right now. So um, it's milestone 1 we just hit actually on October 30th, and that was tons of stuff in there, but it was really about making it fun to explore the city and making it fun to go around and travel long distances and see all the stuff that's happening. Milestone 2 is on November 20th, and that is really about making it fun to fight and engage in these battles essentially. So that's bringing um, it's having these emergent missions and having these emergent battles in the open world with NPCs and with crowds, and just making the world feel full and making the world feel exciting and making the world feel as realistic as possible, but having this very tight gameplay loop. And then milestone 3 is right before release, and we're planning the release right now on December 16th. Again, we'll be bringing in, there'll be a mechanism by which people get sort of brought into the open world that we're working on right now. So it'll start off where we're bringing people in, we're getting them feedback. I don't know. We will show off certain aspects of the open world, but people that go in, they'll be under a similar to thing that happened with super early access, where people were not allowed to stream and people were not allowed to show it. That's basically there'll be a like NDA, if you will, but we will share content as Wilder World to say, hey, here's what's happening. Here's the open world. There are actually people inside there. You'll be able to. There'll be a process for you to kind of get into the open world, and then we'll do a much bigger um, one of the things we learned in prior years is like when you're just pushing on a development from a development perspective to kind of get things done, and you have these massive development goals and milestones, but then you're also trying to market that at the same time. It's very, very challenging. So the end of the year is really like, hey, getting this done from a development perspective, we can celebrate that as a community. We can show that off. It's going to be an absolutely massive milestone. And then in terms of like the big public marketing, that'll happen next year, and we'll open that up as a separate stage. We'll have a full marketing event for when the open world actually opens to the public, essentially. And we want to do that before GTA launches, essentially. So we don't want to launch it after GTA launches. We want to do a public launch before it launches, um, and that's kind of the strategy there.